Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Instagram Live with me, Mommy Mo. How have you been between last week and this week? I hope you've had a good 7 days. Yeah. So we'll just wait for a couple of people to join before I start teaching. Nima, you're welcome. Zestful Educationist, you're welcome. Thanks for joining me. Good evening. Let me put up our topic for today, and it's dealing with dry hair. Haven John 2, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. Just trying to pin our topic. Yes, so I've done that. Hi guys, thank you for joining. Good evening. Big baby underscore abang. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. Thank you guys. So I'll just go ahead to introduce myself while we're waiting for more people to join. If this is the first time you're interacting with me, my name is Olushola David Elebede, also known as Mommy Mo here on Instagram, and I am the founder of Mommy Mo Hair Care on Instagram. I am certified as a hair practitioner by the International Association of Trichologists. All right, I'm a hair care coach, I'm a hair care consultant. So if you need assistance with hair care, I'm your girl. I like to call myself girl once in a while. What else? Yeah, I'm the developer of the Healthy Hair Soundbites online course, which is our flagship kids hair care online course, which is actually, I offer it twice a year. It's going to open up in April, and it's also going to open up around October. So April, we start on the 6th. And if you're wondering what the Healthy Hair Soundbites online course is, it's basically an online course where I deliver lessons to you and I teach you everything that you need to know about caring for your child's hair in a way that actually gets you results. So what will you get? Let me read that. You get video lessons that I've done for you, I've drafted for you, I've crafted especially for you, which cover the principles of healthy hair management. It covers regimen building. It covers demonstrations on exactly how you should be handling your child's hair, because I find that a lot of people don't know the how. I mean, you just hear this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, but you don't exactly know how to do it. Well, I teach you how to do it. I have recorded videos showing you exactly how you should be handling your child, how you should be combing it, how you should be detangling it, how you should be taking down hairstyles. I have all of that for you on the course. And of course, I always have bonus content. And I keep adding more bonuses each time we run the course. This will be the 5th time of running the course, and there's always bonus content. So I even teach you about nutrition, I teach you about sleep, I teach you about using teas for your child's hair. Let me not let the cat out of the bag. So I teach you all those things. All right, you have downloads that you can print out to use to guide you with your child's hair care. I give you product recommendations, and I give them to you in a way that you can keep. All right, you get product recommendations. You also get a live coaching call with me, so I'll give you individualized advice based on your child. So whatever issues you're having in your child's hair, I'm going to give you one-on-one information that's going to help you just get a whole hand of everything. And all this information, all this help, all this support you will get for 3 months. Okay, so you have access to all the lessons for 3 months, and you also have access to me for 3 months. Yeah, so I will be at your beck and call. Let's put it that way. I will be at your beck and call for 3 months while you're on the course. So that's what the course is all about. Excuse me. If you think that this is something that interests you and you are actually ready to take your child's hair care to the next level, then you should sign up. The payment link is in my bio. So just click my bio and you will see register or pay for the Healthy Hair Soundbites online course, and you're good to go. All right. What else about me? I am the author of 2 hair care ebooks. I've helped hundreds of women in different aspects of hair care to be able to have healthier hair that is thriving, and hair that they are proud of on their head. All right. Excuse me. And I'm the convener of the Mommy Mo CSR drive, which we do annually, which is usually an empowerment drive, which I hold here on Instagram. I get speakers from different walks of life to come and teach us one or two things that we don't know as women, as mothers, as wives, all encompassing the women stuff. All right, so that's what I do, and that is me in a nutshell. If this is the first time you'll be joining me on Instagram live, can you do a wave? Can you do a wave? This is the very first time you're joining me live. Because it's always good to get to know people. Is this your first time live here? So while I'm waiting for you to answer that, I want to teach you this evening. I want to give you a few tips on how you can manage dryness, or how you can cut down on dryness. And I know dryness is usually a very big problem for a lot of people, whether it's their hair, whether it's their children's hair. It's like a big deal, because I think it's it's like the bane of our existence. The hair is always dry. And when you start hearing things like, oh, my hair is too hard, or my child's hair is too hard, it's unmanageable, most of the time it's just dry. Yes, because what is dry usually is hard. Is it not? If biscuits are dry, they're not hard. What else can I say? Something is dry. Usually when it's dry, it's hard, it's firm, so the same goes for hair, because hair has the ability to retain water or to retain moisture over a particular period of time, depending on environmental conditions or the health of the hair strand itself. All right, so if you've been dealing with dryness, if you've had that issue, you can let me know in the comment section. You can let me know if you've had any issues with dryness at any point in time. But even if you've had it, I'm here to give you a few tips that would help you cut down on the dryness. And usually when you are able to get a hang of it and you're able to reduce dryness to the barest minimum, then usually the hair tends to flourish better. You get hair that is more voluminous, fuller hair, and you also get hair that is longer. So if you've ever dealt with dryness, or you are currently dealing with dryness, you can let me know that, Mommy Mo, I need help. My child's hair is always dry, or my own hair is always dry, and you just haven't been able to crack this dryness thing. Let me know, okay? And of course, if you have any questions about hair care, I'm more than happy to answer them. So I'll just get right into it. My very first tip that I can give you, if you're interested in just kicking dryness to the curb, you want hair that is better moisturized, either for yourself or for your child, the first thing I can suggest to you is that you need to be doing pre-shampoo treatments, popularly called a pre-poo in hair care parlance. Pre-poo, you probably will have heard about it at one time or the other. And if you're coming across that word for the very first time, it's just basically you putting a product on your hair that prepares it for the shampoo stage or the shampoo process. All right, and there are different things that you can use as a pre-poo. Okay, you can use oils, you can use conditioners, or you can use pre-poo products. Yeah, there's some products that come and are formulated as pre-shampoo products. Okay, now what does a pre-poo do? A pre-poo would help to, first of all, soften the hair. You can even detangle with it if it has that ability. And basically what it does is that it helps to cut down on water loss, moisture loss from the hair. All right, so when you put a pre-shampoo treatment, by the time you now want to wash with shampoo, it greatly reduces the stripping effect that some shampoos might have. Like, for example, if you're going to use a sulfate shampoo, maybe because you need to clarify your hair, or for whatever reason you want to use a sulfate shampoo at that point in time in your hair care regimen or your hair care routine, you know that sulfate shampoos are very, very stripping. Like, they remove anything and they remove everything from the hair. So you want to have applied a pre-poo treatment, a pre-shampoo treatment, so that by the time you are washing the hair is not completely stripped. Because hair that is completely stripped, you've already started stacking the blocks for dryness. Okay, but when you still have hair that even after you've washed it still has some amount of oils, some moisture in it, then it's softer and you are one step further to more moisturized hair. Okay, so please, very, very important. In fact, for us, I hardly ever skip the pre-shampoo stage, because it's so vital. If you know you want your hair to retain more moisture, you want your hair to get fuller, you want your hair to get longer, you should be doing a pre-shampoo treatment. Another tip I can quickly give you is that please, if you're here right now and you know that you've been dealing with dry hair, either for yourself or for your child, one tip I can give you, a solid tip I can give you, is that you should increase the number of times you wash your hair. Yes, you should. If dryness is a problem, because not everybody has this issue, but if dryness is a problem in your house, for you, on your head, or on your child's head, you should be washing your hair more often than you currently do. So if, for example, you are washing your hair, let's say twice in a month, but you are still struggling with dry hair, I would suggest that you wash your hair 3 times in a month. Why? Because the wash day is an ample opportunity for your hair to get as much moisture as possible. And the truth is that a lot of us are not religious with caring for our hair properly in between wash days. So if we're able to increase the number of wash days, we're able to increase the number of times that our hair gets completely and totally drenched and saturated with water, the fewer the chances that it would dry out. Okay, because you now have fewer days in between when it's completely saturated with water. If you wash your hair only once in a month and you're dealing with dryness, you need to increase it to 2 times or 3 times. And if the dryness is really so bad, and you know, maybe you have ample time either for yourself or for your child, then you can wash every week. You can actually wash like every week for 4 weeks, just to give the hair that moisture. Let that hair just be drenched with water. So if dryness is a problem for you, please increase your number of wash days. Increase it, even if it's just by one interval. Maybe you wash your hair every 2 weeks. Make it every 10 days. Find some interval, but squeeze in more opportunities for your hair to be in contact with water, to be completely saturated with water. It really helps to cut down on dryness and gives your hair a greater chance of being moisturized. Okay, now another thing I can tell you, if you know that you want to kick dryness out of your life, is that you must not skip the conditioning step. Whether you're using a rinse out conditioner or you're using a deep conditioner, do not joke with it. I still find, in fact, it still baffles me right now in 2024 that there are people who would use a shampoo, soapy, and rinse it out and leave that point and move on with the rest of wash day. Like, just go and put shea butter or put coconut oil. How? And you're complaining that the hair is dry. The hair will be dry. It must be dry. In fact, it's guaranteed to be dry, because you haven't put in a product that helps it to retain water, or attracts water molecules, or attracts moisture, or helps to begin to close the cuticles down, so that the water that has entered the hair from when you were washing with shampoo even stays in. So please, you cannot skip the conditioning step, whether you're using a rinse out conditioner or a deep conditioner. And this would depend. If your child is really young, like under the age of 12 to 18 months, I would say just use a rinse out conditioner. But if they're 12 to 18 months, or above that, and they have sufficient hair volume, please be using a deep conditioner. Because these things, everything has its place in hair care. Nothing, okay, well, I can't say nothing, because some things are completely irrelevant that some people are doing, but things have their position, things have their place. A conditioner is a vital aspect of your hair care. You should be using a conditioner. So after you use the shampoo and you apply a conditioner, if it's well formulated, it begins the action of lowering the cuticles down, so that the water that has been absorbed into the hair from the point of the shampoo stage, you begin to keep it, you begin to lock it inside. And apart from that, the conditioners have emollients, they have humectants, and in fact some of them have ingredients that begin to help you repair your hair. If there's any hair shaft issue, they help to do some reconstruction with the hair. And hair that has good integrity, that the cuticles are fine, is able to retain moisture much better, and is less likely to dry out. At the end of the day, we're running away from dryness. So why would you not use something that can actually assist you on that journey. Okay, so please, please, please do not skip the conditioning step. Another thing you can do to keep your hair more conditioned and more moisturized is to incorporate hair teas into your hair care routine. And if you want to know more about hair teas, I would recommend that you join my Healthy Hair Soundbites online course. I have an entire lesson on hair teas, that how you can use it, when you should be using it, how you can even make it to be using for your child's hair or your hair. And they go a long way in really, really helping our hair. You know, some of them are really, really conditioning. In fact, by the time you use them, but let me just leave that. If you're interested in that, just join the online course. The link is in my bio. Another tip I can give you is you need to always moisturize after you have finished shampooing and conditioning. Please don't jump from, oh, I've used a shampoo, I've used a conditioner, and then you jump to oil. It doesn't work that way. Okay, it does not work that way. There are some things that are vital, and this is what I teach moms on my course. Some things are vital, some things are actually foundational for hair care. If you skip some of the steps, you will not get the result you're looking for, and you will get frustrated. At the end of the day, you'll be like, I'm doing this, and I'm not getting results. It's because you're not doing it right, or you're not even doing it in the right sequence. Okay, so please, you shampoo, you condition. You cannot jump to coconut oil, olive oil, or shea butter after that. No, you must use a leave-in conditioner. It is vital, especially on wash days. Like I mentioned earlier, if you were at the beginning, if you were here when I started, the wash day is the ample opportunity for your hair to just soak up moisture. And then everything you do after the shampoo stage is directed at keeping all this moisture in the hair. All right, so after you've done the shampoo, after you've done the conditioning stage, whether you use a rinser conditioner or you use a deep conditioner, you must moisturize. That is, you must use a leave-in conditioner, and you should apply it to damp hair. I know some people make the mistake of allowing the hair to dry. I don't know why, but products work really great on damp hair. All right, okay, work with damp hair. Apply a moisturizer to damp hair. The hair is able to absorb the conditioner better because there's still water in the hair. All right, water helps things penetrate a lot faster. If you're like a face care person or a skincare person, we are really into skincare or face care, you would find that experts will tell you, or dermatologists will tell you, that you should apply your moisturizing products or your face care products to damp skin, because they will penetrate much better. It is the same thing with hair. If you apply a leave-in conditioner to damp hair, it penetrates much better. Okay, so please do not skip that moisturizing, that leave-in conditioner. It is after you have applied that you can now jump to your coconut oil or your olive oil or your shea butter or your hair butter, whatever it is that you decide to use. Okay, now very important. Another tip I can quickly give you is you must use the right sealant to seal your hair or your child's hair. Now, a general rule of thumb is, if you have fine hair, as in, when I say fine, it's not very full, it's not very thick, you know, you should be using oils as opposed to butters, because butters are too heavy for your hair. And then if your hair is really thick, is full, is coarse, then your hair can carry the weight of a butter. Using the appropriate sealant for your hair type also helps with moisture retention. Very important. Another thing I can tell you is, when you are dealing with dryness and you really want to get it to the minimal level, you need to moisturize according to your moisture cycle. Now, I don't know if this is the first time you're hearing about a moisture cycle, but it exists. Okay, and basically a moisture cycle, or the moisture cycle, is the amount of time it takes for your hair to need remoisturization. And when I say remoisturization, excuse me, this is in between your wash days. Okay, we have established that wash days are the ample time when your hair can get moisture from water when you are washing. But then in between the wash days, we need to do something to keep that moisture in, because as hair is designed or as hair is created and as the world is created, evaporation must happen. So right from after your wash day, your hair begins to lose moisture. For some people, it loses it very, very fast, and for some other people, it loses the moisture slowly. So the moisture cycle is that this hair is losing moisture at a particular rate, which means that when I get to a particular level, I need to re-moisturize so that the hair does not get completely parched. All right. And I also teach on the moisture cycle on my online course. If you're interested in learning all these, I've been mentioning all sorts of things. But if you're interested in knowing these things and doing them more in depth, then I would suggest that you join my online course, and the link is in my bio. So you need to moisturize according to your moisture cycle. Some people, they need to moisturize every day. Some people don't need to moisturize every day. Some people need to moisturize every 2 days. Others need to moisturize every 4 days. How do you know your own? Well, you need to find out. And if you moisturize according to that moisture cycle, the hair will never have the opportunity to become bone dry. Remember, dry hair is hair that breaks. Hair that breaks is hair that does not get longer. It is not possible. Okay? So it is moisturized hair is hair that gets longer because it doesn't break, because it doesn't dry out. All right? And now another tip I can give you is, last but not the least, that I've noted down, is you should always, always, always use a bonnet or a scarf or a silk or satin pillowcase at bedtime for yourself or for your children. Some children don't like things on their head, so please just get them either a satin pillowcase or a silk pillowcase. Now, why is this also important when we're trying to deal with dryness? Cotton, your cotton bed sheet, your cotton pillowcase is an excellent absorber of moisture. That is why cotton is the preferred fabric for clothes, because it will absorb sweat, it will remove sweat from your skin, keeping you dry, keeping you cool. Okay, it is the ideal fabric for towels because it will absorb the water so that you can dry off your skin properly. But when it comes to our hair, especially this afro hair, it is not the best, because it will absorb all that moisture that you've been putting in since wash day. Remember, I started with wash day. All the moisture you've been putting in from wash day. During the week, you were moisturizing, you were spraying, you were putting hair mist, you were doing all those things. By the time you put your head down on your pillow to sleep, and it's on a cotton pillowcase, it just begins to it does its job. Absorb. And you don't want that. But if you cover your hair either with a bonnet or a scarf, then you reduce the occurrence of your hair losing moisture while you sleep. And a lot of us don't sleep in one position. You will turn this way, you will turn that way. So your entire head of hair has ample, it just plays around all night. And if your hair is on cotton, it's as you keep turning left, right, and center, you keep losing moisture. But if you're covering with a silk bonnet or a satin bonnet or a scarf, or if you don't like things on your head, or you are in some part of the world where it's really, really hot and you don't want to cover, you can use a pillowcase. So just swap out the cotton for silk or satin. It helps to keep the moisture in your hair. Mom for Wellness, you said, is moisturizing all about adding water? No, it's not all about adding water. Water is part of it, but moisturizing also includes things like humectants and emollients. So humectants are ingredients found in hair products which continue to attract moisture from the air, because there's moisture in the air. There's something called humidity, and I'm sure we all know what humidity is. It's just that in some places humidity is either very high or very low. So there are water particles in the air, but we cannot see them with the naked eye. But when you put a moisturizing product in your hair that has humectants, it draws all these microparticles of water, continues to draw them into your hair, keeping your hair moisturized. Okay, so it's not only about water. Water is a major part, which is why I said I'm not sure if you were here at the beginning, but if you're dealing with dryness, you need to wash your hair more often. You need to expose your hair to water more often than you currently are, if dryness is a problem for you. Some people don't have that problem. Some people, their problem is length retention or maybe balancing their protein and moisture. But if dryness is a problem, you need to be washing your hair more often. You need to expose your hair to water more often. Even if it's just to rinse your hair with water, even if it's just to go under the shower and just pour water, let your hair just soak up water, is vital. Because the very first source of moisture is water. But then after that, there are other products that help to keep the moisture in, which is your conditioners. Whether it's a rinse out conditioner, your deep conditioner, your leave-in conditioner, and then your sealant. All these things, they all work together to keep moisture in your hair so it doesn't escape too fast, so that the next time you come in, you just top up, and then your hair doesn't get so dry and doesn't break and doesn't get shorter and shorter or stay at a particular length. Okay, Mom for Wellness, it's a big problem for me. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Maybe you can watch the replay and then incorporate some of the things that I've mentioned. They would really go a long way in helping you, because those are part of the things that we do, that I do for my hair, my children do, that keeps our hair moisturized. Okay, it doesn't dry out, so our hair gets longer and longer and longer and longer and longer and longer and longer. All right, so that is what I have for you this evening, guys. I hope you've learned something new. If you have any questions, I'm here. I usually try to keep these short, but of course, if you have questions, I will attend to them. So if you have any other question, I'm happy to assist you. And it doesn't only have to be about dryness. It could be about something else. Maybe you are dealing with something else. We can talk about it. Mom for Wellness, you say, I think there's a misconception that we only add all those when we wash. So now you've understood part of the problem. So I think a lot of people don't know that after wash days, you can't rest on your oil. Some people feel wash day is the only time they should just probably care for the hair, and then it's until the next wash day before they do anything of consequence to the hair. But that is actually wrong, because some people's wash days are so far apart. It's unbelievable. Imagine somebody washing their hair in January and the next time they wash it is in February, and they haven't done anything to the hair in between. What's going to happen? That person can never achieve their hair goals. They can dream all they want. Oh, I want my hair to reach my tailbone. I want it to reach my waist, my bra strap, or my all of that. But the mere fact that they are washing only once in a month, and they're not doing anything in between, they are sabotaging their own efforts. Okay, so yes, you are right. There is the misconception that you only care for your hair properly on wash day. It's only on wash day you do the shampoo, the conditioning, the deep conditioning, the moisturizing, the oiling, all those things, and then on to the next wash day. The hair cannot manage like that, because even the environment alone is collecting. If you're living in Nigeria where it's so hot, the heat is just evaporating all the water out. So please, once we know better, we do better. Okay. And then we just put hair cream on the next one. In fact, that hair cream, I don't want to hear it. Because I talk to people a lot, and I have hundreds of women in my DM. And when I ask, just give me a brief, review of how you take care of your hair, I just put hair cream. I put hair cream. And I'm like, what is hair cream, number one? What does it even mean? And eventually I find out that hair cream is, I think, is usually like hair butter that they call hair cream, or some ointment type product that is oily or buttery. And if you're just applying that on hair that doesn't have moisture, you're applying it on dry hair. I don't know if you guys know, but it is possible to have dry hair which is oily, or oily hair which is dry, because oil is not a moisturizer, and people get this thing wrong. Oil is not a moisturizer. You can't moisturize your hair with oil. You can't moisturize your hair with shea butter. You can't moisturize your hair with coconut oil, or olive oil, or argan oil, or sunflower oil, or almond oil. You cannot. They are sealants. They come after you have put in a moisturizing product, something that contains water and then the humectants and all the other ingredients that help to condition the hair and keep the hair soft, pliable, and manageable. Okay, so a lot of people get these things wrong, which is why I try to teach and teach and teach and teach and teach. Okay, how do you moisturize with braids? You moisturize with braids as if the braids are your hair. That's the only way to do it, because you can't separate your hair. So assume I have extensions in this now. There's no way I can separate my hair from the extension inside this twist. So if I'm going to moisturize, you're going to moisturize the entire thing as if it is your hair. That is how to approach it. This live was for me. Please do. You need to moisturize the extensions as though it is growing out from your scalp, even though we know it is not. So if you need to get a spray bottle of water and spray it, you spray the extensions. You take your leave-in conditioner, you put it on the extensions. You take your hair oil or your hair butter, depending on your hair texture, and you put it on the extensions. Yes. So whenever you're caring for your hair, whether it is in extensions or out of extensions, the care must remain the same. So for example, you have your hair in extensions and you're carrying your extensions for 6 weeks. Does that mean you're not going to wash your hair? Please, let us stop doing bad things. Let us stop doing bad things, because that would be bad. Not washing your hair because your hair is in extensions. Because a lot of people think, well, my hair is in braids, so it can't be washed, it can't be kept clean, it can't be moisturized. But that is the furthest thing from the truth. You can wash your hair because your scalp needs to be clean. Otherwise, at the end of your 6 weeks of carrying extensions, your scalp will have build up. There will be dirt from 6 weeks worth of sweat, 6 weeks worth of product application, 6 weeks worth of environmental pollution in the hair. Okay, your moisture cycle is probably 5 minutes. Are you sure about that? That means you moisturize your hair now, the next thing you know is dry. You need to adjust some things. Even because sometimes it's even internal. A lot of us don't even drink enough water to start with. Some people in a whole day, this is the only amount of water they will drink. This cup I'm holding, that is the only amount of water they will drink. But they will drink Coke, and they will drink Fanta, and they will drink juice. So even the amount of water we drink also impacts things like this. Hair care is not a, how will I explain it? Hair care is not you just plug one point. You can't just plug one point. You have to plug all the points. You have to plug all the points. You can't be good at using all your shea butter religiously, but you don't wash your hair. No, it doesn't work. And you can't be, oh, I wash my hair, but I don't use a leave-in conditioner. Or I wash my hair, I don't use a conditioner after I shampoo. Everything has its place, which is what I teach on the course. Everything has, so I teach all the foundational principles. I teach you shampoo, pre-poo, conditioning, different types of conditioning, different types of conditioners you should be using, moisturizing, sealing, styling. And apart from that, are you not going to trim your hair? We talk about that too. Okay? And if you're managing kids, what about wash days? Is she crying every time? Then there's a problem. We need to work around it. Is your child even sleeping enough? Because sleep also impacts. Because as we sleep, in fact, I was told something a long time ago. When children sleep, they grow. And of course, when children are growing, no, it's not only one part of their body that is growing. Everything is growing. Their hair is growing. Their limbs are growing. You know, all these things, they all work together. And I teach everything. I take my time to teach on everything. And even after teaching, all the lessons are there. You can watch them over and over and over and over for 3 months, as long as you like. I put you in a support group, so I keep you accountable to me. And I will ask you, how far have you done this? And if you have issues, you come back and say, Mommy Mo, I tried this thing, I listened to the lesson, I did this was the result, it didn't work. And we tweak it all over again. And you also have a call with me. I ask you everything and anything about that hair care. You download for me and I download back for you. That's the way it works. Because personally, for me, this hair thing has to work. It has to work. And it's not only a gifted few that it can work for. It can work for everybody. It can work for everybody. It can work for every mom. As long as you desire it, it can work for you. I tell the moms on my course, this course works, but only if you do the work. Because I can teach you what to shampoo with, when to shampoo, how to shampoo, because I have video lessons showing you how I actually shampoo my children's hair, how to shampoo. But I'm not going to come to your house and do it for you. You have to do it. I can tell you about all the different types of conditioners. I can tell you the ingredients that should be found in certain conditioners. Like if you want a protein conditioner, what should you be looking for inside this thing? When you go to the packet and you read the body, you should see certain things. And I tell you what those things are. But then when it's time to implement, am I going to follow you to the shop to pick the conditioner and then put it on your child's hair? I'm not going to do that. Okay? But I will arm you with all the information you need that you need to get real results. That's what I'm after. Real results. And the thing is that in getting those results for your children experience a better level of hair care. They do, because they stop crying. They begin to enjoy wash days with you because I teach you how to do that. Okay? Let me see. I try with water drinking, but that external part, my errors are so many, and you have hit most of them. I only add hair cream until the next wash day. The only water will be maybe rain. Please, 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 please come and repent. And my daughter and I are both on natural hair. So you see. So, and the thing with the course is, everything I teach you for your children, you can apply to your hair. If I had a mom who joined the last cycle for herself and her child, so she came because of the both of them. It wasn't just, oh, I want my child's hair to be fine, I want my child's hair to grow or thrive and all of that. She joined because even her own hair needed help. So she came for both of them, and I attended to both of them. And I don't charge separate fees. Once you've paid once the registration fee, if you have 6 children, all of you fall under that registration, and I attend to you. Okay, let's not talk about crying and my daughter. Oh, we need to work on that. Okay, so please watch the replay. If you have questions about the course, you know it's fine. My DM is always open. In the link in my bio even has access to how to chat with me on WhatsApp. Yeah, so I'm very, very available and very, very accessible. So please, I would love it if you were able to turn things around for yourself and for your daughter. All right, and if there are no more questions from anybody else, I think I'll call it a night and put this up to be available as a replay for anyone who wants to watch it. Mom for Wellness, thanks for engaging. I always like it when people always engage and ask questions, and tell me stuff. Oh, you're welcome. You're most welcome. All right then, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. Have an amazing night. Good night, and God bless you. Bye. Good night, everyone.